What's poppin', people? It's your boy Loco Lou, and welcome to another episode of Cigars and Ash. And you know, this is a team effort. I don't do this alone. I am not the ringleader. I'm just the mouth.
No, we're just all Lou's imagination.
If you was a figment of my imagination, then I must be in a nightmare.
See, and we're on video now, so there's actually is three people here, and we're not doing voices like Psycho and pretending our mother in the room is alive.
What?
What are you talking about, Mom?
Norman. All right, so for those who are watching, I'm Loco Lou. That's Potato Joe.
Not potato. Do I look like a potato? Probably.
Yes, he does.
Probably. Okay, whatever.
And then the luscious, the gingerish, Keith Adventures.
The ginger midget, the ginger giant,
The ginger magician.
you know.
The ginger ma ginger. That's what I was hearing. The ginger ma ginger.
Yeah, so we've been on a hiatus for a little bit. Life takes over. Kids go back to school. Other things take precedence. And
Keith takes vacations.
Keith takes vacations,
vacations.
but also some of us get sick. So,
Yeah.
you know, things of that nature. But we're back, and we're recording for the first time, giving us a
It's a
different-
test record on the brand new Temu toy camera. We're not being
calling it
paid for it. Oh, what's going on?
We're calling it the TT cam, and as soon as he says the T toy cam, it shuts off. See, when you say the Temu, it shuts off like a emu. It just shut off, baby. Look at that. There you go. See,
That is weird. Well,
it's Temu.
baby, it's Temu. Let's see if
you
Zach
know,
could cut it up and fix this. Who
is,
knows?
you
I did
know,
the clapping.
This is from the CCP communist communist camera photography over here.
Yeah.
Temu special, the tell me all your secrets Temu camera.
It's the TTCCTV.
Speaking about like CCCP camera,
What the hell?
the hood of my cigar just came off.
Oh, he just got a circumcised cigar now.
The cap just came off.
The cap came off.
This is
It's circumcised.
It's comedy of errors here. We're doing.
Yeah, we're back.
We're back.
We're back, baby. We're back.
So this is the accidental apparently reserve from Alec Bradley. It's a Connecticut wrapper, Ecuadorian wrapper. It's supposed to have some a little bit of woodsy smell, woodsy taste, some undertones, robusto size. I most of my collection, most of my stash is robusto because you figure it's about a 45 minutes to an hour smoke if you're taking your time. And usually that's what we do, and I usually take the longest for this,
Yeah,
short
he's not a
smoke.
sucker.
No, never been.
He's a puffer.
I'm a puffer, that's right.
You're a puffer.
He doesn't know how to suck.
Nope.
That could be a
You
good
never
thing.
taught me.
Wow.
You were natural though.
Wow. They're fast.
Fast.
Yeah.
Fast.
It's called a quip,
It's a
right?
quip.
Not a slope. You know where that's from, right? Anyone? No? Shallow Hal?
Oh,
my
yeah. Wow,
God.
that's a throw.
I haven't seen that movie
His
in
friend is this guy.
forever.
His friend is
That's Jason Alexander.
Jason
Yeah,
Alexander,
Jason
and they're going back and forth, and then he takes a minute to joke,
Yeah.
and he goes, "What was that?" And he goes, "What?" And he goes, "They're called quips,
Not a slow.
not slow."
Yeah. No. Okay, that movie is a real deep cut throwback for Jack Black.
Oh
but,
my God,
But the thing that has me laughing every time I watch it or I think of it is when he's in the elevator with Tony Robbins and he grabs his head He's like, demons come out. And he's like, what the hell are you doing, banana hands?
Banana fingers. But no, it was banana hands,
It's
right?
It's banana
I
hands.
was like, dude.
Like,
And just so you know, our Jack Black lookalike over here knows the TTCV
the Timu
stopped.
version. It stopped again. God damn it.
I told you.
Dude, it's crazy. Why is it doing this all of a sudden?
Because it's Timu.
Nah, man, my daughter was playing with it. Yo, like it's ready. my daughter was playing with it and it was fine.
it's all right. We'll have somebody AI fill the spots between. I
Well,
guess.
you know
I
what?
don't know.
Maybe-
Don't worry. Anytime
Video
the
is-
video cuts off, we'll put in a reference to what we're speaking about.
There you go.
So yeah, okay, we're back.
Here we go
Timu,
again.
Timu,
The Timu,
what did you do?
and then it's not recording. That's this. This is crazy. Yeah, man, I just wanted. You know, I got the camera out of just fun because I ordered you the T-shirts,
Yeah.
Keith, and it said, "Hey, get a free item," and I looked at the free items. I was like, "Oh shit, one is a camera." I mean, how bad could it be?
And it's off again.
That's it. I'm not recording again. So that's it. The experiment, it's a fail. Then again, it's supposed to be 512 is the most for the card. You put a terabyte in there.
Well, I mean, you know, I usually give more than they ask for.
Yeah, but it's Chinese. They can't take much.
That's fine. I'm big in China, trust me.
Everybody's big in China.
Everybody's big in China.
So, you know, the little video clips with this episode is for reference only. You know,
I'm just gonna keep pushing record for the hell of it. This is just so we can have bloopers.
Yo, yeah, blooper reel. That's definitely going to be a blooper reel. Just know this, that we've been out and about thinking about ideas, and we've been taking, you know, our time watching some stuff. And one of the most recent things that came
9
out.
seconds.
9
It takes
seconds?
9 seconds, and then it just shuts off. It's like,
Damn.
because it only records for TikTok. Everything is 9 seconds long.
Yeah, it's only records for TikTok. I told you, it's a toy cam.
it literally, I think it is just a toy camera.
It's a toy cam. The toy cam I bought my daughter holds more memory than that camera, and it's pink.
I could have got this in pink.
I bet you could.
But I
I
was
bet
like,
you
I'm going to
could.
get it in red. I mean, green.
Shit. But anyway,
This only has 32 minutes.
so
This only has
basically,
32 minutes, so let's see what happens there.
so basically, we've had a few shows pop up. We had Alien Earth, which
Yep.
is awesome.
it really is.
It's awesome.
I
Like,
haven't even
good.
started
Like-
it yet.
You haven't what?
No, I told you guys. You know, I just signed up. I stopped freeloading off of people that, you know.
Yes.
Well, you weren't the one I was freeloading off of.
I want to pretend I was.
Okay. it was somebody else's Hulu that I was pirating, but I finally just was like, screw it. I'm just gonna sign into this myself to watch something else. The Bear of all things. And then I was like, oh, Alien Earth. And I didn't remember if it was a mini series or a 3-part or whatever. So I was like, I'll wait till it's done to actually burn through it. So that's
Each
been a-
episode's an hour.
Yeah, it's about an
Oh,
hour an
so
episode.
that's exactly why I probably didn't
So,
watch it.
Yeah.
so meanwhile, you're
So now I'm gonna be burning through it. Probably it's gonna take me a week to get through it.
Okay.
I think it was the SD card, man.
Yeah.
It was
All right.
too. It was too
It
large.
was too
for
large for it.
tell
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
Damn it, Keith, you're just too big.
It couldn't
handle all of you.
couldn't handle it. No, no.
you know.
You know what it is?
Okay.
It was supposed to be a one-night stand. It take a long-term relationship.
That's fine.
Apparently.
Neither can I.
All right, so we're gonna have a little, I guess, recording for like 30 minutes. That's how much I have left on that SD card, and then we can continue talking while the camera turns off, and Zach could just incorporate it somehow.
Yeah. Well,
I did the
Zach,
clapping, Zach. I did the clapping.
Zach, thank you. Thank you. Now,
Shout out to Zach because you know.
Yeah, 'cause he needs
he's doing a lot of work behind the scenes for us, and and he's developing his screenplay. He's shooting it now. Screenplays.
I'm not going to give much information on it.
But he's looking for corporate backers, and he's looking for a GoFundMe. So when we post this, make sure you on YouTube you put in the description, add a link for your GoFundMe and your all your fundraising to back your plays. Okay, back your production. Okay?
Yeah, because we're promoting you,
and those that do listen to us, even though there's a huge hiatus, but let's see, it's Z as in zebra, C as in cat, films on Instagram. You go follow him there. You could follow whatever all his process as he goes through writing and rewrites and drafts and all that stuff.
And Walking Away is his short film that he had at multiple film festivals. Got good praise. He got invited to a few about 3 or 4 short film festivals, right?
Yep.
And everyone was very happy with it. It's a short film, so it's about 25-30 minutes. But it was well received. So
received. Shit, I'll watch it again.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's a departure from his usual. He made other small films for school purposes only, and this is more of a coming to age kind of film about a relationship and a breakup. So it's all it's a little dramatic with a little bit of fun and about kids in college.
You can't have film without drama.
Without conflict. Because they could be
women.
To build the suspense.
But anyway, yes, please make sure you give him a follow and support. He does all the editing for us, and he's family.
Yeah, he takes the time out and does things.
Yes, so, he's family. He's definitely family.
They go your praise for the month, dude.
For the month, you'll get another one next week. So, yeah, basically, Alien Earth, awesome. My rating so far for it is a 9. It's a 9. Much. It's not a perfect 10 because there's a lot of things that I noticed, which I'm going to save it for when Keith gets an opportunity to watch it, and then we could, put our notes together and see what we realized, what we noticed, and so on and so forth. Now, that's not the only thing that's out.
I've been here, there, and everywhere.
No, I know. But that's not the only thing that's been out. Marvel Zombies came out. That's only 4 episodes. I've watched all 4 episodes.
Of course.
I watched them.
I love that first episode, man.
Oh, my God.
I'm sorry. It's just hey, if you haven't watched it, too bad. That Blade fight with
the Blade
with Ghost.
Zombie
Ghost and Blade.
Fire. That was fire. But
such a fight, man.
But, dude, I was not prepared for what I saw at the fucking end, bro. At the very end.
The very end.
When they introduced how they were able to contain the power
of the Infinity Stones, yeah.
That
Infinity Hulk. Yeah.
That right there, he's like, I'm always angry. That mentality. Now what happens when you have somebody that's always angry that needs, peace, calm, storm, rage that's already in him? You get that? He's just chilling. He looks like he's in meditative state.
Yeah. He became a vessel for all the power in the world, and he knew
universe.
Yeah,
right?
The
universe,
Infinity
really,
Stones. Yeah. He somehow like the responsibility of holding all that power centered him.
Yeah, exactly. It gave him
because he knew that he had to control himself because of all. And at the time, what they didn't explain, I may have missed it. Was it Smart Hulk that did it, or True Hulk? Because he didn't revert back to his Bruce form.
He was Banner.
Banner
when he did it.
So Banner.
This is not even. Yeah. This is not even any of those versions of.
So Hulk. This is before Smart Hulk, because this was during the Infinity War series. Movies. It was between those movies Where
So
what they're
Banner made the
explaining is
decision.
really how the zombie virus came about.
That
Just that it was there, and then you have zombie Thanos figuring out how to use it.
That's what I was waiting for, to see
Yeah.
if there was gonna drop clues of how the infection started. But
No.
we're gonna play into it later on.
Well,
Let's see.
I know. We know if we read the comics, we know how the virus comes in, right? But mind you, this is not a play on Ultimate Universe or 616 Universe or Zombie Universe. This is legitimately What If's MCU's version, because it's only showing MCU characters. Now, this is what I found funny. Before we get into more details of the show, I just gotta say this cigar actually smokes really good. I
Let me
like
have to
this.
throw the cap back on this one. Kind of like a Leatherface. Look at the cap. Little, look at it. It's a little droopy.
And
But I needed to.
This one, I can actually taste the creaminess of the cigar and what they mean by creaminess on the cigar. Because I'm always smoking a spicy cigar or a very strong one. This is smooth. This is palatable, almost an everyday cigar.
I mean, I could. You got the creaminess. I'm tasting the.
I can taste
the cedar, the wood.
Cedar, yeah, I can taste that too.
Yeah, and the leather and the little leathery taste of it. That's what I'm getting.
Yeah, but the creaminess is like the smoothness of the pulp, right? I can get the creamy. I taste the wood.
I didn't say the joke.
Yeah, you didn't say the joke. You could. It was low hanging fruit for you. I was trying to give it to you.
We're all thinking it.
Yeah, but we're all thinking it. But it's well wrapped. It's nice. I like it. It's cooking evenly. You know what I mean? It's cooking evenly.
Yeah,
It's real good.
You're funny, man. It's
I
Mine
like
a
this.
little bit.
I
Mine's like
will get a
peeling.
couple of these. I would like to get a couple of these. This is nice.
Man, how you keeping that humidor? Mine is peeling.
I don't know. I checked.
It just happens. You get a bad cigar
It
once in
just
a while.
happened. Like
It doesn't.
I'm rocking 64 degrees, and I think the last time I checked the hydrometer, it was at around 64 also.
I gotta check. You talking about that? I gotta check cigarbids.com here, cause I bid on some double roast nubs.
Nice.
Oh,
25.
okay.
A 25 pack, and it was at $70 when I last checked. I don't want to go too high. I've been outbidded. It says here.
It happens. I know. I think I'm gonna order some more of the ones from Puerto Rico that I had last time, and then
Yeah, I like
gotta
those.
see what else I'm gonna get. But I'm not. I keep getting rando cigars whenever the Nomis come by, so they've been keeping me like my weekly usage of 1 to 2 cigars gets replaced by whatever they bring me. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I got a stash in there.
So they bringing you stuff?
They're bringing me stuff, They're paying homage to the beard father over here, former beard father. You're overtaking me because mine hasn't grown. I haven't let mine grow out in a very long time.
Yeah, but there's a reason I'm doing it.
I used to have
Same.
the Jebediah beard, which was like covering my clavicle and
But-
everything.
You know what's crazy? This is crazy. You still need to get your costume so that way you can be with us on Minecraft for Friday.
Well, I told you, I've just been walking around with some rotisserie chicken while you're walking around.
You can. You be one of the village guys. Just
You
make
know?
sure you put a unibrow on. That's it. That's the only thing you need to get. Get a mustache on your forehead. That's it.
I'm gonna stop
And just walk around like this, like a monk. You good.
I'm gonna stop at KFC and just walk around with a bucket. Chicken.
Chicken.
Lava.
Oh no! Copyrights.
Oh, that's all I said.
Magma. Magma.
Magma.
Pollo.
No, not foul, right? No,
Pollo.
It's foul.
they're fouls.
No, I think
Chicken fouls.
I think they're
There you
fouls,
go.
right?
I don't know.
I'll tell you, I'll be foul if someone takes my chicken.
But dude,
Poultry.
Poultry.
So
there you
it's magma.
Poultry.
Poultry.
go. So with Yeah, that cigar is nice. I like that. That's a nice everyday cigar. Now going back to Marvel, I love the idea of Blade being the avatar of Moon Knight, of Khonshu.
Yeah, so
That was dope.
yeah, I was talking to my dad about that. Right, he was like, what he asked was it Blade chosen, or was he the Moon Knight of that universe? But they explained it in the show. They said that Moon Knight died,
Right.
and so Khonshu went ahead and chose a new champion, and it was
Blade.
It was Blade. Oh, I was using the wrong password.
Yeah, so when I see that and I saw the way he fought, I like the way his cape just came off and disappeared and then comes right back. I love that. That is so dope because it's just like in the show. In the show, when he turns into Moon Knight, his cape just forms out of his body like venom.
But you notice that it feels like Blade was a better Moon Knight than Moon Knight himself. MCU Moon Knight.
I would tend to disagree, and here's why. Because when we got introduced to Moon Knight was badass, right? It wasn't until we got introduced to the other identities, right? And the identities started catching up to who was actually becoming Moon Knight, doing all the fighting and shit like that. Because remember, the person that we saw was Jake. Was it not Jake? Who was it? It was the one at the very end, because he has three identities, right? The one at the very end was the one that was Moon Knight the whole time. The one that we saw the fighting. The one that was doing all the extra stuff. That's why these two couldn't, connect. They were the missing pieces to the puzzle. But he was the Moon Knight. But
Yeah, so it's Mark Spector, Stephen Grant, and Jake Lockley.
So I believe it was Jake. So
Jake Lockley is the meanest of the ones.
Yes. So that's why I'm like, yeah, it's Jake. That's why Jake came out my mouth first.
Yeah.
Because he was the last one, and he was the most violent.
You took all three?
No, I didn't take all three. You did.
Well, he says the last one that came out of your mouth.
So the other two got in there.
So the other two got in there.
Oh, I said he was the first one to come out my mouth. That was the first name to come out my mouth.
So yeah, so the majority. So in the Moon Knight series, we're seeing it from the point of view of Stephen Grant, which is the Egyptologist, the guy that works at the museum, the nerd, he's unsure of himself, so on and so forth. Mark Spector is the combative, like the tactical one, right? So it's what wasn't because of the splits. You can say it was either Mark Spector or Jake Lockley that did the fighting because they're both capable. But Jake Lockley is like the real no holds barred sinister one.
He's the badass.
So it could be like
he's like a contract killer versus a military.
So the halfway, I think it was episode 3 or 4, where it was Mark Spector and Stephen Grant, which is the two personalities that were in the Egyptian afterlife with the hippo goddess. I forgot her name. And then the third one, Jake Lockley, was in the other sarcophagus, chained up.
Yeah, he was he's chained up.
Yeah,
he had him locked in there.
Yeah. Because this wasn't where we were going, but we always go wherever the conversation takes us. Is that if those two quote personalities didn't survive the afterlife, then the Jake Lockley would have been the pure personality that would take over his physical body.
Yep.
So he would just be rampaging everywhere.
I would, but I just feel like because Blade is in control of his mind. I just feel like he would have done it, or he did a better job. As far as with the zombies, he actually is doing the better job because Spectre failed.
Right. Well, it's Blade because Blade is Blade all the time. There's only going to be one Blade. Ever going to be one Blade.
But the one they drew him after is. So here's the thing. Is the one that what's his name again? Marsala?
Mahershala Ali.
Ali, Mahershala Ali.
Right.
Sorry, that's
So-
my fault.
So Mahershala Ali, because they couldn't get Blade off the ground the way they were supposed to, this was already in the works. This is supposed to be the fusion of the two, where we get Midnight Suns and all that other stuff, and we couldn't see the two together, but we get them as one character, which I thought was a great way to introduce Blade into the series anyway, because I think Marvel overshot when they said, "Oh yeah, we got Mahershala Ali as Blade and this, that, and the third." They didn't even get him to voice acting, but they got someone else that sounds similar to him.
They didn't get another one?
No.
Well, not the voice, but I'm saying they drew the drawing though.
Yeah, I know, but they couldn't even
art.
get him to actually voice act his look. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So they didn't
So-
get him. Yeah, I mean, Spider-Man wasn't Spider-Man's voice either.
No, Spider-Man wasn't in
Nah.
his face.
Now here's the
No,
thing.
but
Or
no.
voice.
Yeah. Now here's the thing. I didn't know that he didn't voice it. But do you think that they use his image, like they ask him to use his likeness, as kind of like a trade-off for all the delays?
No, I think that was a part of his contract to use his likeness regardless, right? But because they didn't even get it through the film and they had his likeness rights anyway, they put it in. So they kind of doing a Star Wars thing. You know what I mean? Because he signed in with Marvel. He's not like Tom Holland, who's signed in with Sony as Spider-Man, and then Marvel borrows Spider-Man.
So
Yeah.
for reference, the guy that did the voice is Todd Williams.
Todd Williams, yeah.
And he was also in. My phone decides it wants to work. Yeah.
This is how we get our information, folks, through our phones.
Yeah. Wow.
We're that poor.
I mean,
T-Mobile camera, phones.
no, we just don't. We have bad memories. That's all.
Only
He
good
was a
thing-
lot.
only
He
good
was a
thing is
lot of
cigars.
weird stuff. He was wow.
He
way back.
has a lot of voice acting
Well, no, but live
stuff
action
and live action as
live
well.
action stuff as far back as '93 in the Line of Fire. That's
Yeah.
a throwback with
Wow.
So when you look at the show is nice because it's separate from the other what if scenario that actually happened. And if you remember the what if scenario that happened, there was a dimension that was all zombies.
Yes.
Then you had Ultron doing his thing and blah 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 blah, right? So if you haven't seen What If, you should watch What If before you watch this. If you don't care, then by all means.
I mean, don't listen to critics either. Just watch the show.
You could
and
probably go up to
decide for
what
yourself.
if.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying some people don't have the time, and they're like, "Oh, I'll watch zombies because I like zombies."
Yeah.
You know what I
You
mean?
could do What If season 1
Yes,
because that's when the Marvels were the zombies were
the zombies were introduced.
2 or
Yeah.
3. It wasn't so much.
Man, I was hoping
Yeah.
Ash Williams would have showed up in this one. It would have been great.
Oh well, yeah,
This
because
chainsaw.
of the Raimi thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just because it would have been great.
Yeah, but what I did like was they introduced some characters that we didn't see before in the What If season. That's there, but it brings me something to think about. Like, I got a theory, and here's my theory. Remember in Deadpool and Wolverine, they talked about an anchor being, and we already talked about the plot hole with that, right? But we do not know who the anchor being is for 616 in the MCU
Main
universe.
MCU universe.
Yeah, the
Right?
main MC. Yeah.
So people speculate it's Tony. That's why we get in Doctor Doom. Right? And yeah, I saw that.
Well,
But
so here's the thing with I'm gonna just interject real quick. If we go by the anchor being concept that was introduced in Deadpool, the anchor being is always the same person, not just the character, but the same person. Right? It was all of them were Wolverine. I mean, unless you talk about Cavalry.
Calvary was the only exception.
Right.
So that would disprove that they'll be the only person. Because
So it
it's
could
Calvary.
be because so in that argument it would always be Iron Man.
No, but here's the thing. He's looking for an anchor beam. An anchor beam is always the same person.
Yeah, but I'm saying
in that universe.
Wolverine was in the Deadpool and with the anchor beam,
Uh-huh.
and so, but the Calvary means they're not always the same person, as in physical.
He's not
look wise.
No, but he's not the anchor being for his universe.
We don't know that.
No.
He just goes through all these Wolverines. They never really explained, because all he was doing was looking for Wolverine to bring
Wolverines.
back to become the anchor being of his universe.
Yes, but
Right.
So we don't know.
No, but the way they explained anchor being was that it's supposed to be the same individual, right? Because they've taken the concept of Molecule Man. Molecule Man is the same Molecule Man in any. He's the same individual, right? The way Doctor Doom did incursions. Doctor Doom had Molecule Mans in different universes with a detonation device, right, to destroy that universe. Because Doctor Doom created the incursions. So Molecule Man does not change, and you cannot replace Molecule Man in that universe. That universe will cease to exist. That's how that theory works. That's that.
Yeah.
That
So
they took.
that's what I said. It's a person that individual is so vital to the universe's stability that their death causes the universe to begin to wither and collapse.
Bingo.
So I mean that's pretty much it. They don't state that it has to be the same person per every universe. So because the theory, because what I was gonna bring up, the theories going on, people believe it's 3 people, right? That's what concerns me, right? 1, 2, yeah, 3. No, 1, yeah, 3 people. No, 4 people. 4 people. They're saying it's either Tony Stark, right? Loki, Doctor Strange, funny enough,
Doctor Strange
and Spider-Man.
But there's a 5th. I
Well,
knew you were going to go through the 4th.
I'm just saying it's the theories that they're going through.
But there's a fifth. There's a 5th, and you know who's the 5th?
Howard the Duck. No, I'm just kidding.
Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet Witch. Well, yeah, because she already dream walked.
Well, I mean Scarlet Witch, but I mean apparently she's deadish right now. Mm-hmm. So that would make it seem like the 616 is deteriorating, and that's where it would come with Doomsday and Secret Wars. But who's going to be the being that's going to put everything together and reboot the universe? You know how that's how Secret Wars ended. Mm-hmm. So, and it wasn't Loki in the comics, obviously. Mm-hmm. But wonder who's the ones, because right now, Loki's being the god of stories, and he's holding all the multiverse together. Mm-hmm. But who's gonna be the one to actually put it together and do that reboot? That they're gonna
Wanda.
But you think they're gonna continue with Wanda as Scarlet Witch?
The other Wanda.
What other Wanda?
Because she's in it, like Scarlet.
Scarlet.
What's her name?
Elizabeth
Olsen.
Yes.
She is going to be in, Secret Wars.
Yeah, of course.
But she's not our MCU version. She's the other one from the WandaVision. When she came, not WandaVision.
Well,
what's her name? What's the name of Multiverse of Madness? When they got the other Wanda to come and fight her, because remember she's looking for her kids.
Yeah.
That universe, she has her kids.
Yeah.
Right. She's a mom. She knows how to put shit together. She keeps a home. Right?
Okay. So you're saying the one that she ended up at the end is gonna be the one that comes to right.
But the thing, what I'm asking is because they're gonna it's already been said they're gonna reboot the universe after this, so that way they could include mutants and everything else.
Yeah.
It's the next saga is the mutant saga,
and she's an X-Men character.
But you think? But I'm asking,
are we gonna have a no more mutants version of Wanda?
I mean that would have been right now.
That would have been. That's technically that. No More Mutants. House of M. Spin-off already happened in WandaVision.
That's what I'm saying. It would have been happened.
It's like, it's like World War Hulk. Mm-hmm. We want World War Hulk, but we never got Planet Hulk. Planet Hulk was technically Ragnarok.
Yes.
So it's like they took bits and pieces and put it together. I think with this, instead of having the Beyonder, we're going to have Wanda be the one to bring the world together. And that's when we get the mutants.
No, see, okay. But I'm saying, do you think Elizabeth Olsen will continue in the reboot? as Wanda.
No,
I don't think so. I don't think
she
so.
She won't be around.
No.
And this the split that I always do is real world and the movie world. She's probably not going to stay on for another 5 movies.
I think it's going to be a sacrifice for her.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
I think she's going to sacrifice herself so that way it can mend the universes together.
Now, here's a question. When they do the reboot, which we figure would be the end of Secret War, at the end of the movie, do you think they're going to show some of the next generation, basically, of actors that are going to play the characters? And not everybody, but let's say, since it's going to be the Mutant Saga, will they show the next generation of who Cyclops is going to be? Maybe, because...
As an intro.
No, they're gonna hit to it.
That's what I'm saying. Like at the end, because at the end, we know they're gonna reboot the universe, but I don't think they're gonna just end it where she's gonna reboot it and then that's it, and we get like silence.
No, but here's the thing.
And maybe hear a voice, But I feel like maybe they'll introduce a character, 1 or 2 characters.
Well, here's the thing.
Especially to go into the mutant saga, like maybe like the. End credit scene, like they'll show everything. You got a mid credit scene, and then end credit scene you'll show, who's gonna be Cyclops with his parents, and then he gets his powers, and like, you'll see him next in the Mutant Saga or whatever. You know how it's gonna when they introduce the next.
So there's 3 things that I would say. Number 1, we already in Multiverse of Madness, and in the Marvels, we already know they exist because they reference them. Either because it's a different dimension, a different universe, right? We saw Patrick Stewart, right? So we know that they exist.
We saw Beast,
right? So and Beast in Marvels, right?
Yeah, in the Marvels.
The third thing is, maybe with the lineup that's there now, they might. I'm just throwing it out there. They might witness a younger version of themselves, because you also have people that are from the James McAvoy.
Yes, I was gonna get that.
Right.
You saw the teaser image, right?
The teaser image.
I didn't see the teaser images, but I'm just talking about what was already announced. James McAvoy is already there as a younger Professor X, right? So it may be a soft reboot of like showing them in their development. Because, we're talking about James Marsden as Cyclops. You're going to see a younger Scott Summers. The James Marsden from the Fox universe may have the classic uniform on. And there might be a crossover of, let's see, I've been trying to figure out the riddle.
Yeah, but there's someone in the chair and you can hardly see him.
Well,
in the chair, like looking at the camera.
Well, in the chair is one of the Russo brothers.
Well, you can't see his face.
No, that's the Russo brothers.
Yeah, because that's a throwback. It's a throwback to the one they released for Endgame.
They put that picture up and said, "Look closely."
Yeah.
So it's I'm just going through all of them. You can't see the guy's face, or what he's doing.
There might be a young.
That's a giveaway. That like putting somebody at the chair is one thing, right? But it's another thing when they asking you to find something specific.
No, it says look close. That's why I just going through it.
All the caption when they released it was just look closer.
Yeah, look closer. So if you see how the stage is there, they're asking for you to look for the Easter egg, because that person right there, that's the director. That's one of the directors.
But I know. Okay, the thing is, for when they did that for Endgame, people literally found the name of the movie in the picture. Yeah. You're like, oh look, it's E, and this is, and you're like, so
did you see the dots in the background?
The dots. Is that the A for Avengers?
That's the
A for. Would that be the A for Avengers? I mean, the dots, you're gonna have to figure that out, and it's crazy. I'm just, because they did it for Endgame, and now they're doing it for Doomsday, and it's interesting. We already know the name, so what exactly are we looking for?
Yeah.
So people were speculating, like, this thing is 3 metal things. It looks like Wolverine's claws. It might be this. And the way that one panel is tilted as the A, like you said.
They have scoopers that are saying that, they're going to go with the X-Men film after this.
Yeah.
Well, that's where I was going with it. because on the back of the sound stage, on the right side of the sound stage, that whatever that scaffolding is, it's all X's.
Exactly.
That's what I'm going for. That's what I'm looking at.
Exactly.
And even the bottom of the chair, and this is, again, it's all speculation. We really don't know. Unless you really zoom in, you can't really tell.
I don't know, because those look like A's at the bottom. Look. Those look like A's at the bottom. You see that?
Yeah.
And
Avengers v X-Men, they're talking
what
about.
I was saying, would the top be X's and the bottom A's will be Avengers and X-Men?
Hold on. If you look at the image, hold on.
I mean, you can look it up right at their Instagram.
So,
post.
if I'm right, you see the A in the angle, right?
Yeah.
The split right here with the camera rig looks like a V, and then you have nothing but a bunch of X's there.
Yeah, but the bottom row looks like A's if you look at them.
Yeah.
It does, but if you look at it,
But the way the light is shining,
it's shining on it, you
it's
see
all
X.
X's.
But we have that. The A is dark.
The A is very
The
dark.
dark
The
Avenger.
A is dark.
Dark.
So it could.
There's no lighting on that shape right there. That's in the shadows. Mm-hmm. And then
It
again,
could be the Dark Avengers.
That's what I said. Yeah, the Dark Avengers.
it could be Dark Avengers. The A and the X's could be those Avengers and the X-Men together fighting those Dark Avengers. Because who they say the Dark Avengers are is ridiculous. And funny enough, the rumor is that one of the Dark Avengers is going to be Kang, that he's coming back.
People are rumoring that.
It's
that
rumored,
way, so
obviously.
that way they could Marvel have a way to use Kang to scapegoat, so that way they could go straight into RDJ.
Yeah,
And
because
also the other footage that they've already shot.
Because
right.
because you can't. I understand that it's real life that got in the way with what went on, but you can't just leave Kang being beat by Ant-Man in Quantumania.
And then show us a whole army of fucking
afterwards,
a whole stadium.
Kang, yeah.
Now
You can't just do it and be like, and then
Now
I mean, it can always be written off. You can go both directions. It could be written off like, okay, that's the end of it, and we can just accept it. Or also, you can just go by the play of, that's just one of the Kangs. It can be
Ant-Man also survived.
Yeah.
Being in that crystal, Ant-Man survived and got out.
Yeah.
Kang is 100 times smarter than Ant-Man.
facts.
Okay, so he probably could be able to control all those Kangs that are going to be in there the way Ant-Man was, and he could get himself out.
Sticking to that, right? Sticking to the whole Marvel situation. Did you see Wakanda, Eyes of Wakanda? Mm-hmm. Yeah? You saw Eyes of Wakanda?
Yeah, I saw it. I ain't completed completely.
I enjoyed it because the story continues from beginning to end, right? And this is all pre-Avengers. This is pre that, and I love how the art work reminds me of Killer of Killers.
Yeah, the artwork did. Yeah, yes.
And that also brings me to the next topic that I wanted to talk about, which is Arnold Schwarzenegger suggested of his return in Predators for the next voice acting thing, because I think what they're going to plan on doing, since it was so well received, they're going to continue on with it as such after Badlands.
After Badlands.
Well, okay. So here, okay. As far as canon, right? Movies are canon, and then now they're saying that all the animated series that are coming out are canon. There is a comic book series that picked up from Dutch after the events of the original Predator. That he went on, it was like, the CIA and everybody tried to debrief him. They didn't, they tried to cover it up, and he was like, still out there trying to hunt them and fight them and figuring it out. So if they go animated, they can still use a quasi younger version of himself.
Yeah.
And, him just voicing it. It could be 30 years later, which would have been, for us, it would have been the 90s or early 2000s. Right?
Yeah.
Because when did Predator come out? I forgot. It was like
84.
Yeah.
84, the first Predator. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
I know my predators.
87.
Yeah.
87?
We're
Yeah.
close.
So 30 years later would have been
fucked up. I fucked up.
30 years later would have been 2017, right?
Oh, there go the camera.
And the camera goes in.
What camera?
Yeah, exactly. What camera? Because I'm going to leave it alone because that's it. It's not going to happen.
So it could be 30 years later where they voice it. And,
God damn it, man. Even Teen
so
let me down.
2017, what else happened in 2017?
I got married.
No.
Oh, no?
2018.
No. We're not talking about The Hunt and the Hunted.
No.
We're not talking about that horror movie.
No. 2018 is the other Predator movie.
There's Predators,
No, The Predator.
The
Predator.
Predator,
Where they were all dropped off into the hunting fields.
Predators,
The Predator.
The Predator.
Yeah.
The Hunt. No,
The Predator ship crash lands on Earth, and his team attacked by the Predator. That was in 2018. Predator 2 was LAPD detective, with Danny Glover going, I'm too old for this shit.
Because the one it was with.
The one with the hunting grounds that's a planet is
Yes.
Predators, plural.
Okay, they have it listed as Predator, the Predator. But anyway, the one that had Keegan Key, Sterling Brown, a bunch of other people on it.
Predator 2. That's funny.
Because you have the 3 super predators in it, and then you had the classic Predator. And then you had the ghost, the water ghost there, which they brought back for Prey, as far as the skull is concerned, because that's what's the mask.
Predators is 2010.
Predators is 2010, and that's the planet.
Okay.
Yeah, the mysterious planet, mercenary Adrian Brody.
Yeah, that's okay. That's the one I'm thinking.
Yeah,
of.
Predators.
Predator. That's out. Yeah, Predator.
2010. Okay. But
The Predators.
So I
But then that
guess
was-
I didn't even see the Predators.
Then
the other
there's the Predator.
The Predator is with Keegan.
Keegan Peele.
Keegan.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's where, there's the assassin predator, and then there's the fugitive predator. The fugitive predator is the one that gives the boy is hunting the boy down for the armor. And the boy has the armor. He understands the language. And you see this hybrid, and it gives us a whole new spectrum, which Hot Toys, you need to make that hybrid. I don't care. Make that hybrid.
Is that the one where the kid at the end there in the scientific whatever, and it's
Yes.
a predator killer, and it armors up this
Yep.
random guy, right?
Yep.
So that was supposed to be quote in the timeline lineage. That was supposed to be a remnant left over from the first predator.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I don't know. I would like to see. It would be a great throwback to see Arnie just in live action, but or he could be. You know what they can do? Okay, this is gonna be a weird transition deep cut. Okay, in Smallville, when they had Christopher Reeve come on as the scientist, the professor that was researching Krypton, they can have Arnie 30, 40 years later as the expert in the field.
Yeah. But see, here, and that's if you're going with the comics.
Yeah.
With Prey, it may retcon all that because he's in this container, right, with Danny Glover.
Right, with the animated one. Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
So-
Killer
What, the
Killers.
Killers.
That's right, yeah.
And they got the girl from Prey.
Right.
That's what I'm going with.
So
Yeah, they do, yeah.
We
So-
can get all 3 of them in an animated form, just voice acting their stuff
Right.
without having to do the live action stuff, right? Telling the story forward, keeping them alive, mind you, right?
where it'll be a battle of champions.
Bingo. And
Right.
then
So if
you
that's the
bring them
case-
in live action, and then you have
I mean, with that ending, it kind of hints to it being a kind of champion of champions kind of
Right.
thing. Because they're all,
It's still
each
there.
one has
Right.
won
So-
against a predator,
for
and
the-
they're in that capsule.
So for that to work, they would have to captured him after he got extracted because he flew off on the helicopter. So they
Yes.
would have to capture him, talking about Arnie, after he came out, got debriefed and so on. It could be right. It would be right at the beginning, not canon in the comic books, but right at the beginning of when he became back to civilian life.
Oh yeah, well, it could have been like months later. He could
Right.
have been, and then all of a sudden just got
'cause
captured.
they did that with the the Hispanic guy.
Yeah.
They came back later and they picked him up.
Yeah.
And then the same thing with Danny Glover. It would have to be animated, obviously, because they're all old as shit now.
It was after his retirement party.
Right.
Finally, get to retire.
I'm too old for this.
I was too old for this shit. And then he leaves and he gets drunk, goes outside, and they capture him.
Oh,
He gets abducted like
imagine
X-File style.
Okay, so now I'm a pitch an idea, right? Real quick. You get these three individuals that you saw in Killer of Killers. You do a short with them, right? Let the series go, right? Let them voice act. When they come to return for a live action, it skips all events between then and where they're at now, because Aliens and Predator do that, right? As far as lore, and we mentally fill in the gaps, or they'll say something that fills in the gaps. Danny Glover's the oldest one out of the bunch, right? He doesn't want to do nothing. He's weak, but he's a strategist, right? Same thing with Arnie. But Arnie's more, I want to, get my hands dirty, right? The girl.
You one ugly motherfucker.
Yeah, the girl. I forgot her name. Starts with a N. She is leader of everyone else that's there, and you can introduce a whole new bunch of characters. And if you want to send them off properly, you can have Dutch fighting a bunch, kill him off. You can have Danny Glover use a device to take out a bunch of them at once as their send off, right? As a heroic way to end it. Because when you bring them back and gives us that fandom stuff, we want to see them in live action. We want to. I want to see Arnie with freaking Predator gauntlets and slicing Predators up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, but Naru,
Naru, that's the name. See, I knew it started with an N.
She's gonna fight him her way, different way, and using that stealth, using the environment like she did, and against the predator and the predators themselves.
Yeah, no, but you gotta understand. Like when I say that, like Danny Glover's a cop, Arnie's a military man. He knows about stealth and all that too, but he does it, modernly. She's from the past.
That's what I'm saying. Because she's from the past, so she's unless you say some years pass and she gets used to.
That's what I'm saying.
The technology of the time.
But that's what I'm saying.
And then she incorporates that into her. I mean, imagine. So she uses stealth. Imagine her having the predator stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Clicking on it and just disappearing.
All of them are using the cloak armor, and we've seen that possible in Predators. When you remember, Lawrence Fishburne, he was lost in the planet, talking to himself. He went crazy. He was a crazy man. The military people had to watch out for him too.
Yeah.
So, like we've seen it, but now I want to put that in with Danny Glover. Imagine Danny Glover and Arnie in a movie, bro. Dude.
I mean, well, yeah, I'm just thinking because Prey was one of those movies that I really, really enjoyed. Mm-hmm. Like I really enjoyed that Predator movie.
And the funny thing is, I just got the Prey Predator, the Feral Predator, in 2 days ago.
The fuck you take off this label?
You use your tongue.
They could build the whole universe of Alien more, Predator more. I'm just thinking anything that's involving any of the throwback cameos has to be. It doesn't have to be animated, but because Killer of Killers was animated, they've already introduced them as being part of it. Even though it was like a later clip, it was an extended clip at the end. It wasn't the full clip at the end of the actual show. It was an extended clip.
I can't take this fucking label off.
No, it's all right.
I'm trying to figure it out.
Slice it, cut it. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out something to cut it with. No, I get it, man. Like I said, Prey was it was a movie that I really enjoyed. I liked showing the the past. You know, how they've come here and they, you know, that they've been here before and. Yeah, I'm trying to. That shit's hilarious. So much dead air right now. Sorry, I'm just trying to get
just
this.
get it under the label, under the edge of the label. Don't cut it. Don't cut it. Just get it at the edge of the label.
Yeah, I did. There's something right here. Right here. Ow. No, I didn't slice myself. Yeah.
So anyway, so we went through Predator.
Yeah,
Okay, let's talk about what you brought up was Eyes of Wakanda.
Oh, let's go back.
Right.
Let's go back.
Back to Marvel.
Back some Marvel.
So no, because you know we
we'll
didn't
go
get
back
to
tomorrow.
we didn't go to be able to expand on Eyes of Wakanda as far as you see that their society has been around since you know
A very long time.
And that's another
since-
thing where every episode was in the past. There was
Right.
a certain
'Cause
point in the past.
Right, because it was around for the American Revolution. It was around for for Caesar. It was around for Troy, right?
And
So
the technology was always far more advanced.
right. So
Than the rest of the world.
That's a show that cements the fact not just that the technology was more advanced, that they had technology for so much longer than everyone else,
everybody else,
and
yeah.
they held it back.
Responsibly too, as
Right.
much as possible.
Yeah. Where they they weren't part of the the troubles of the world, the social troubles of the world, because they kept themselves secluded. That's what I liked about it, is that you saw that it was like the technology that they had because of vibranium developed with them at the same pace of whatever era it was in, but it was the most advanced for them at the time. You had the communications when he's there trying to get the thing from Achilles.
Yo,
Right back.
yeah.
Keep going.
Dude, you know what? My favorite part was the two-way pager.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the communication, that itself is like mind blowing.
Click, 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 click. That was awesome. But I love the relics that they were hunting down, because each one of them had a purpose. So it wasn't just, the vibranium. It was the technology and the power that it held. So it's like they were already making the tech that creates explosions through telekinetic energy, which was Black Panther's second suit.
Right.
And that's dope. That's dope in itself. It's showing you that there's two levels to it, but it's always been there. But I always thought that was Shiri's creation. I didn't believe that was something that they already had. I thought she created it during the Black Panther movie.
Yeah. Well, there's of each iteration. There has to be someone, like, it's just who is the smartest person in the 1920s,
Yeah.
who's the smartest person in 1820s, whatever, as far back as you want to go, that developed it. They had an understanding, or not even an understanding, but had like the vision, not to talk about that guy, but the vision to develop the technology, like, the curiosity of, like, what more can we do with the resource that we have?
Yeah.
Because for Wakanda, the country, vibranium is a overabundant resource. It's everywhere. They have so much of it that they incorporate it into everything.
Everything. Their clothing.
Yeah.
Their everyday life stuff. And the technology that they have, they know if it was given to the wrong people, it could destroy the world. And that's the most beautiful part of it. They didn't bother conquering the world. They didn't bother doing anything other than protecting the sanctity of life by keeping this technology to themselves. Now, what did you think about the time travel?
So, oh man,
Should we wait for Joe to come back?
So we can wait for Joey, but just the way I'm a fan of history, and I also like you talk about like Achilles, and that's kind of like it's a true life events in a way, but it's also mythology, right? Because you talk about
Troy and all that, yeah.
and all that, right? So it kind of it blends in. It's actually a literary reference of the Homer's The Odyssey.
Homer's The Odyssey, yeah.
Right. To show that even the Trojan horse, because that's what they used.
Yep.
Right, in Wakanda also, Eyes of Wakanda, to show how you can weave stories together. There's two sayings. One is to the victor goes the spoils. So that means whoever wins the battle gets to keep everything. And history is written by the
winners. Histories are written by the victor.
Yeah.
That's it.
So, to think that like, okay, all the stories that we know about now is what's written in folklore of whoever won got to tell the story. So you don't know. So you don't know what happened on the other side of those battles. Yeah. It could be, and then if you go talk to the ancestors of the losing side, they can say how they
got stripped and all that other stuff.
Yeah, that they didn't. You guys didn't fight honorably, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. That's where I was more interested to see. Okay, they were a part of it, but they didn't tell stories about it.
No, because the thing is this:
they may have told stories about it internally in Wakanda as part of their history.
Not even in Wakanda. Not even in Wakanda knew about these because these were the war dogs.
The war dogs, right? The secret
service of Wakanda, the secret of most secrets. So the war dog has their own thing. The only thing that they have loyalty to, and the only one who would know about this, is the king.
Is there like secret or CIA agents basically, or
war dogs?
Yeah, or NSA kind of deal.
Of their own country. Yeah.
Now.
The time travel bit.
Now, this is where. Good thing you went back because this is where I was going with it before I went on the Predator tangent.
Yeah.
Because in the comics, we're having a lot of Predator and Avengers, X-Men crossovers.
Well,
that's just awesome.
Because they have access to those characters now, so they're capitalizing it.
Yeah.
Yankees won.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
One.
I was watching Nick Turturro's freaking Instagram. He goes crazy every time. He's like an emotional roller coaster. When they lose, he's like, "Oh my god, he's blowing his fucking top," and then when they win, he's still blowing his top, but he's happy about it.
So, I don't know if they should go the route of animation, which I think they should, as far as like, giving us a palette to work with, right? Because it's the most convenient and easy way to do it without worrying about
you're talking
time restrict for introducing predators,
aliens and predators into main.
Yeah. Because here's the thing, in the comics, they're already introducing it into figures, and here's one. Hot Toys recently did AVA, which is Alien versus Avengers. And it's a nice four issue story, right? 4-issue story where, in this case, Peter Parker is not there. It's Miles. Miles has the Venom symbiote on him. He gets impregnated by a facehugger, but the facehugger gets taken over by Venom, preventing it.
Okay.
Yeah, preventing him from getting impregnated by the facehugger. And his costume changes. He ends up with the logo on his chest that looks more like a xenomorph versus the spider symbol, right? And he has a curled tail at the bottom, but still retaining a spider logo on him. Later on, Venom takes possession of a full-fledged xenomorph that looks like a Hulk xenomorph, right? Now, with that comic and the other comics where it was Wolverine versus Predator, Black Panther versus Predator, like those single stories are awesome, but they never meet. They never, congrue with each other. They never go about it. if they do a miniseries, an animated miniseries, it would be dope.
It would have to be a short series, like a 3-4 part series, and that's it, or it's gonna be just a one-off.
One-off season. It could be more than 5 episodes, but it could be one-off season. Just like one season, 10 episodes, kind of deal. Mm-hmm. Quick question though.
Yeah.
Does it'd be interesting because in those comics I never read them. The alien never pops out of
someone's chest.
Someone's chest that has powers.
Yeah.
Do they gain those powers?
Yeah.
That's what I want to ask. Would that be dope if they take over?
It's like
Prometheus.
What? It's like Prometheus.
So
because every time they took over somebody, like they developed, it was another genetic.
You get that human faced. Human faced.
So let me break it down for you real quick. Spoilers. In AVA, you find out that Mr. Sinister captured an egg and was experimenting on the egg and experimenting with everybody. He gave himself powers of everyone in the X-Men team. Banff powers, healing, and all that other stuff, blah, blah, blah. To the point where he was impregnating members of himself, and the first one that popped up killed every single one that was there. That was a version of him, right? And he led it, and he was a red xenomorph, and bigger than everyone else. So he looked like Carnage as a xenomorph.
Because what I was thinking was like, hey, there's so many mutants in the world that we don't know about their powers, just whatever. Imagine a face hugger hugging one of those nondescript mutants, and then I'm guessing it takes some of the DNA as it develops inside the human. So taking that X gene,
developmental change,
and then popping out, and then not only having acid for blood, but imagine they pop out and they have like Pyro's abilities. Yeah. So someone that can control fire, all of a sudden they come out and you got a xenomorph that freaking has 2 mouths and shoots fire like a dragon, or you imagine one that has telekinesis.
Bingo. That's
because it takes over a lower telekinesis powered mutant, and when it pops out of the chest, now it has telekinesis powers.
Well, okay, so where I would go with that is, because I gotta question everything, not to be difficult, but it's open for discussion. Is that every instance in the movies and even animated, the xenomorph developed with it had its own purpose. It was an animalistic purpose.
Yeah.
Right. It didn't have what we would consider consciousness. Right.
But it's smart.
So it's smart. It's tactical.
It's like a dolphin, let's say.
Right.
Kind of a thing where it's like a dolphin.
But would it have the consciousness and the ability to realize that it has powers and be able to use them?
But even being in the animalistic form, let's say, it's just a part of them.
Yeah.
So they use it as a part of. Imagine one taken with ice powers. Imagine all of a sudden you're in a corridor, and all of a sudden everything starts freezing. Like what's going on? And
that's what Sinister did. But that's what Sinister did. Sinister had Banff powers as a xenomorph.
Oh, because Sinister was the one controlling the powers. His consciousness was controlling the powers, not the xenomorphs.
No. He impregnated himself with the xenomorph. He died. The xenomorph came out. That xenomorph is a version of him, but as a xenomorph, and he doesn't speak to normal people. He's behaves like a xenomorph, but he became king of the xenomorphs versus having a queen, right? And as he was having a conversation with his clone, right, he eliminated all his clones. Which
would be an animalistic thing because you can only have one powerful.
Bingo.
With lions and stuff like that. That's why it's like only one male lion.
It's only one male in the pride.
Yeah,
right?
in the pride, so one alpha.
Yeah.
Bingo. So
if he feels threatened by those clones, he's gonna take them out.
You need to watch. It's like 45 minutes or 30 minutes of the video log of the comic. Right? It's narrated. Dude, it's dope. The Hulk is fighting, Cap is fighting. They don't make it.
Yeah, but imagine Bruce Banner
As
getting face hugged while him noticing.
But that's the thing.
But that would be hard because the Hulk is always protecting him on the inside.
But
because it's a comic and whoever writes it is the one that. So imagine one popping out his chest and then you have a xenomorph that turns into a Hulk.
Yeah.
It gets angry all of a sudden. It's like.
Bingo. But that's considering considering if it survives the gamma radiations that's in him.
I mean, because they're from space, they survive in the coldness of space.
They survive in the coldness of space.
But I mean, it's constant radiation being hit on them because when they're in space, that's what's out there is radiation. That's why we wear suits.
No. I understand that, but I'm saying as far as like the comic logic, nothing survives unless it turns into a Hulk, and I get that. I get what you're coming from. But that's not how they wrote it. I imagine what if. But they did it with Venom. And Venom making him bigger and controlling it. Dude, it was crazy.
Because with Venom control, now you have a parasite that exists in real life, in nature. A parasite that takes over the host. And is able to control them and do what they want to do with them.
Bingo.
Which that happens in real life. You got the snails with the googly eyes. And,
yeah. Now,
and you have all these brain parasites.
Now, check this out. So that's the comic. They made a figure of that, right? So they're Hot Toys is going into that medium of going into comic book lore and stuff like that. They did Broken Tusk, which is Deshande from AVP comic books from Dark Horse. And if anybody's read the AVP comics, basically, this guy for Badlands, Predator Badlands, that dude, I think his name is Drake. I forgot his name. It starts with a D, but he is like Deshande, because Deshande is his story. It was on point, fighting aliens and shit like that. But this whole comic thing, it's blowing up when it comes to the AVP, the Predator versus Avenger stuff, because they did Wolverines. Wolverines was so dope because it's the same Predator with his hunting party, hunting Wolverine throughout time.
Throughout time? That's interesting.
Even especially to the point...
Wolverine.
Well, it would have to be Wolverine. No one else has that longevity.
Apocalypse.
Apocalypse is really cool.
But you got to also see the one where
Apocalypse versus Predator,
where the Predators invade Wakanda, because Black Panther fights a couple of them. Wakanda fights a couple of them because of the tech.
Because I'm not too into the Predator and Alien lore. Mm-hmm. Let me ask you something. I remember Alien versus Predator. Remember the ending? Whatever happened to that Predator Alien?
That Pred Alien became the Pred Alien Queen for Predator Requiem. AVP 2.
I don't think I've seen that one.
It's the Pred Alien.
I have to see
the one with the
yeah.
And long dreads. It was yellow.
Yeah, because I remember at the end of AVP, and then I guess I didn't see that one. I wasn't sure exactly what happened.
So at the end of AVP 2, AVP 2, that it was technically a queen, because what it did was it created belly bursters. So it found a host in the hospital that was pregnant, and took his inner mouth, injected into her mouth, and laid eggs, or what would be belly bursters, in her chest or in her stomach, and a bunch of xenomorphs came out.
Okay.
So, but that thing died because Wolf Predator killed it.
Okay.
And then that whole area got nuked.
Jesus, I gotta watch it. I gotta go on. I gotta go online and find it and watch it, because
you can find.
I might have missed it.
It's on Disney. It's on Disney.
It's on Disney.
It's
okay,
on
so
Disney.
I'll probably just go ahead on Disney.
I'm just not as hyped with the Predator Alien lore as.
So I like how they combine the two.
I like the crossovers.
In Alien Earth, they mention.
This is why I say
the company.
Make it
in Badlands, the robot, the
Wailing Utani robot. Yeah.
She shows up.
But here's my thing. I don't mind it blending, but if you're gonna do it like past the comics, I think it should go in that animation style of Killer of Killers and Wakanda, Eyes of Wakanda. because I like that animation style. That style is being liked by everybody as far as from
the art style?
The art style. Going from Spider-Verse to that. Plus, it's an easier way to tell a story violently and get all your characters in without having to pay any royalties to anybody and keep them long contracted for something that has to be filmed in the dark. For instance, when you look at Predator, a lot of it's like Cloak and Dagger. You film in the dark, you see somebody cloaked, killing somebody, blah, blah, blah. We've seen the same story over and over again. We're going to see it again in Badlands, right? But how would it look to have a Predator right next to Deadpool? Predator next to Wolverine? Predator next to, Captain America in live action? It kind of throws you off and takes your suspended disbelief into like, okay, now you're doing too much, right? Versus doing it in animation where like, oh, you can make it look cool. Because in the comics it looks cool, but if you tell the story differently, in a different fashion, they even have Predator versus Spider-Man, and that shit was crazy because you would never guess who they caught to train to come back to hunt Spider-Man.
To come back to hunt Spider-Man?
Craven.
I was going to mention Craven. You let me guess.
You take too long.
No, I would have figured Craven. But let's okay. So we got Marvel and we did the whole part of the thing. Let's there's a little jump to DC, so we could talk about Peacemaker.
Oh my God!
Okay, because Peacemaker has been really good this season.
It was great.
It's been really good this season, and the fact that they jumped that the parallel universe that he found is actually what? Keith,
did you see?
X.
It's Earth X.
Earth X. Yeah. Yep.
So they jump into Earth X. Now, are we gonna see the evil or that version of superheroes in that in X? Will we see
Dark.
Will we see the Superman version and the Wonder Woman version of that?
Okay, so here we go. It's part of introduced in the comic books and introduced in the Justice League animated series. It's actually Justice League
was it Ultimate?
Ultimate, right? Unlimited.
That's what
right.
I was thinking about,
Where you get the Dark Lords. The ultimate version of Superman and Batman, not in terms of power set, but the authoritative one.
The ones who rule.
Right, where you can't even
injustice basically.
Right, it's the in the JLU episode was like Batman's driving around, everything pristine, clean. There's no crime, nothing. And then you see some guy arguing with the waiter, talking about, oh, I'm not paying for this. This is ridiculous. And all Batman has to do is like turn his head and look. And the guy's like, no, I'm sorry, because there's so much fear of the authoritative nation that they're in that they don't want to cause problems. So I would love to see that. I would love, because they could still do that without ruining the plans that Matt Reeves has for the Batman, because this is going to be, it's so already
Elseworlds.
But so who do you think would show up as Batman in Earth X and in Peacemaker? Because I mean, the way he's combining, he's doing this.
So if
you saw they retro shit, what's it called? The
retroactive retcon.
The retcon, the retcon.
The retcon to have
from the Justice League to Justice Gang. Remember when she said it?
Right.
I actually went back to episode 1 just so I could make sure. What did she say? Justice League. It's like, they retconned. I like how they refilmed those scenes just for the
show.
The review.
Yeah.
Like this is what happened in season 1, and she's like the Justice Gang, and then all of a sudden the discussion is between the Flash and Aquaman, was Hawkgirl and Green Lantern.
Green Lantern, right? So there's a few
there's a few things. Fucking dick.
There's great. There's two things. Is that okay? We already know that Luthor is in there because they had an episode with Lex Luthor.
Yeah, that was the big reveal.
Right. The rumor for the next episode is that Rick Flag Sr. went to go get help from someone that Luther had, and that it's gonna be Ultraman.
People are saying it's Ultraman,
Right.
yeah.
Now that's in the current universe, you know.
But that means he survived getting out of that black hole.
Right.
No, this may be before the events of Superman.
No, because he's in
Luther's already in jail.
He's in Bel Reef.
Oh.
So getting help from Ultraman means he survived getting out of that black hole.
Because he
didn't make it.
He's walking with the cane. Lex is walking with the cane in prison in the jumpsuit because he's still locked up. He's still beat up and locked up from when.
That was this episode that passed, right?
Yeah.
I didn't see this episode that passed. That's
so
but
spoilers, dude.
That's fine. That's fine.
Because he talks about how he's locked up with a bunch of people with powers, and he's upset about it.
Right.
He's like, I shouldn't be here. Why am I here?
Which is
I'm
part
human.
of the Suicide Squad and Creature Commandos is in the same universe. It's canon because it's all.
But what he says, it's what he said in the show. Gunn said that it's not who we think it is.
Right. It's not who we think it is.
The bright yellow guy with the glowing, the neon guy with the cartoon eyes is not Phosphorus.
No, it's not.
He's saying that's not Phosphorus.
Right.
Is this Sinestro?
But no, because the way they mention it is that he's getting fucked by a big dude with scaly skin. Well, that's what he implied.
Right.
That
with scaly skin.
Because he calls him a twink. He calls a neon twink with googly eyes.
Right.
And the other guy he talks about having scales. You think that's
Killer Croc.
Killer Croc,
yeah.
Right. So it could be Killer Croc.
And we don't know who that neon. When he said glowing, he just said neon. He said it's a neon guy with googly eyes. But he came out and said it's not Dr. Phosphorus.
Okay, so googly eyes, I wouldn't say.
Plus
it could be Polka Dot Man, but he doesn't have googly eyes.
But in Creature Commandos, you see that Dr. Phosphorus, they have their own section.
Yeah.
They're not with Gen Pop.
They're not with Gen Pop, right?
So it can't be Dr. Phosphorus.
So this universe and then Earth X, right? The Earth X version, okay. If you go that route, okay, you have the Red Sun. Not the Red Sun like astronaut, right? The Red Sun where Clark Kent landed in Russia instead of the United States.
Red Sun Superman.
Right?
Yeah.
So it could go that route.
It could.
Right? Because if Germany won the war, right, Russians was part of that.
No, the Germans and the Russians fought. Russia wasn't part with Russia. I mean, Russia wasn't part of Germany.
No, but it wasn't on our side. They weren't on the Russians. Russians weren't on our side. They weren't part of their allies.
They couldn't invade Russia because, in reality, they couldn't invade Russia because of the winter, because of the weather. Right. They couldn't invade Russia, and Russia held them back from ever going in.
Well, that's what I mean. So because
if Germany won, that means they went into Russia and took over Russia.
No, they took over the Western world. They didn't take all over Russia.
They couldn't,
right?
Because of the harsh winters and the weathers. But in X, you would, if they won, most likely did take over Russia, and then they had their army, and they were able to a huge army like Russia's army, helped them probably take over the rest, the western side as well.
So okay,
you know what I mean? That's what I would guess would happen.
So let's put the caveat in there that let's say, for my purposes, they didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you have the Red Sun. As the Red Sun would be the ally against the German version of Earth X, if they go that route, right? Mm-hmm. Because Peacemaker, I don't know the way they're gonna play the fact that he's loving the world because he's appreciated there now.
I might have confused it with Napoleon.
Well, it happened with Napoleon too. Napoleon didn't go that way. Yeah, that's the first thing. Napoleon didn't because he lost so many troops. That's the one that's his blunder.
That's what might be confusing.
Right, but
that's my fault.
If you have Red Sun, okay, you also have Russian Batman.
A Russian Batman, yes.
Right, because remember, they did it in the animated at one time. So you can go that route. So you have Ultraman in this Earth, and then in that version where Germany won the war and took over all of Europe, and then eventually took over the United States.
It did happen with Germany as well.
Right.
Okay. I'm sorry. I just need to clear it myself.
Yeah.
Okay. But I get it. Keep going.
I most of my history is a little foggy, but I think that's how it went. If it's Red Sun, that will be the only one that would be a contender, but there's no one of equal power set in Earth X currently, the way they've displayed it, to go against a Kryptonian.
The only one that I can think of is Black Adam.
Right, but they haven't introduced it.
They haven't introduced
Right.
it.
And that's not part of their. That's not part of their universe.
No.
You know what's funny is that Peacemaker is so messed up that his perfect universe.
Perfect universe is all white.
His
all white.
perfect turns out to be a Nazi universe. The universe where he's beloved and he's happy with the girl and everything's good.
Yeah. And he's with his family, and But here's the thing:
universe where everybody's just a fucking Nazi.
But his is right. But it gets so much.
Funny.
It gets so much weirder than that. If you really want to think of it psychologically, is that the reason why he had problems with his father in the current universe is because he was a racist, right?
Hey, I won.
Nice.
$77.
Okay, so we got some new cigars coming in a week or two.
Yep, we are.
So the reason why he was so adversarial to his father because he didn't believe in his lifestyle, right?
Yeah.
And this life in Earth X, which he's not really a part of because he just took over, the spot for himself. They're all like, brother, father, happy. They live in the mansion. They're like
living the dream. Yeah.
Living the dream, right? And he didn't realize he was just happy with all the appreciation of people seeing him for the hero that he is. He doesn't know what they did in the past.
Yeah, no, he doesn't. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what's so fucked up about Peacemaker that he loves this place, and it's because of the admiration, the fact that his family's together, and that his father's not like the father that he knew, but of course he doesn't know what happened in the past. But
here's the thing.
But the only time he could be happy is when everything else around him is fucked up.
Right.
Yeah.
No, but see, he is the same as his father in the past, but he's not. He doesn't realize it because
that's the thing. He doesn't realize it. What happened in the past
because he's enjoying the the fatherly bond that he didn't have
with his father because he didn't agree with what his father did when he was growing up. Yeah. He doesn't know what his father did at the time and how they were okay with it. And that's what I'm saying. That his happiness comes at a price where everything else is messed up. Everything else is terrible. Screwed. And it's so bad because that's the only time he could be happy. He's happy, but everything else has to be messed up.
Hold up, question. Do you remember what's the name of the guy who absorbs different elements in DC? We saw him in Superman. Metamorpho.
One of my favorite characters.
Right? I forgot his name for a second. Remember Jacob?
Jacob who?
His son.
Jingleheimer Schmidt?
Oh, yeah. It looked like a little alien baby. Yeah.
Yeah. Gills, googly eyes. Did he grow fast and get caught and started banging him because he locked him up away from his father?
I mean, they mentioned Gil. They called him a neon twink with googly eyes.
He's green.
He's green.
He's green.
I mean, neon. I'm thinking polka dot man because polka dot man when he doesn't expel the polka dots, he has neon dots all over him.
No, wait. I'm thinking about somebody else. Shit, I was thinking about the guy who looks like Skull Glow, but he's not Skull Glow. He's a Batman Beyond villain.
Wow.
You know who I'm talking about, right?
I was gonna say Scareglow, but that's a He-Man character.
There's a He-Man character. He's from Masters of the Universe.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. It's because Professor Phosphorus is the one from Creature Commandos.
From Creature Commandos, exactly.
The other one is,
and he doesn't glow green.
It's Derek Powers.
Derek Powers. Right.
Derek Powers. Yeah.
It's Derek Powers. I see him. He's Like that?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, yeah.
Derek
Yeah.
Powers.
Just no eyes though.
No eyes.
It's
But he
a-
said googly eyes.
He
so
said cartoony. Yeah, he said
Yeah.
cartoon eyes. It was cartoony eyes. He says.
But damn, that doesn't narrow it down unless he's fucking the mask.
Yes, I'm sorry. It's canon. The mask is
The only,
canon.
the,
Not the Jim Carrey mask.
it could be he didn't say anything about the skin being a neon. He just said neon with googly eyes. It could be Toy Master. It could be it could be
Would it be Parasite?
no, well, okay, well, they would, to be in the prison, they would have inhibitors
Funny enough,
on their necks or
Yeah.
whatever.
There's literally a character called Neon.
right to restrict their powers. So it could be,
Oh, that's got to be Neon. That's got to be him. That has to be him.
That's
Probably,
that's
but-
Neon.
That's Neon.
from
yeah,
from
well,
DC.
because you got to think with what James Gunn is doing. He's doing obscure characters and making them.
That's
canon. So
fucking Neon.
That would be
bro.
live
if
action.
if you're going,
That's from fucking
but that's
Batman
face-
Forever?
Yeah, that's
Or Batman and Robin.
That's Batman. That's Batman Forever.
Batman Forever. if you
Batman
got
Forever. That's why I said first.
The,
Batman Forever. Batman Beyond.
it. That's Neon. Literally named Neon.
Mm-hmm.
He's a neon. He has neon paint all over his face and
With
his hands.
cartoon's
And,
eyes.
yeah, and then that would make his eyes look.
Cartoony.
Yeah, you look at it here
Googly
in Batman
eyes.
Forever. It kind of looks like cartoony eyes. He says cartoony eyes.
Yeah.
So imagine.
Damn.
So-
bro.
Neon. Let's see. There's a
I mean,
a list.
Here he's currently in the Arkham Asylum.
Oh, it could be. I don't know if it's co-ed. It could be whatever the Brazilian hero girl
Well,
from.
I mean, he
from
says twink. So when you think twink, that's a male.
Right.
Yeah,
it's-
Twink. yeah.
When you say twink, it's male. Yeah, because they go neon. They go another version of neon.
Yeah.
So it could just literally be neon.
Yo, I'ma say it. Listen, just give me fucking Plastic Man and call it a day, bro. I'm dying to see Plastic Man, bro.
Funny enough,
He's my favorite.
James Gunn said that Plastic Man is too OP.
He is. That's why he's my favorite. Dude, he's the only one that I know that could kill Superman.
He said,
But there's also an elongated man in the same universe.
Yes, but he ain't that long.
Right. No, elongated because
He's a bootleg Mr. Fantastic.
but there's elongated man and
Oh,
plastic
don't forget
man.
about Flat Man.
funny enough, James Gunn said that a fan came up to him and wanted to give him a script
It could be Condiment King.
to Plastic Man.
Dude.
So and he had to refuse it.
He had to refuse
He
it.
said, "I can't take the script." And the guy was like, "Why not?" And he goes, what he told the guy was that it's the way that it works. He can't take this. He's not allowed by DC to take that script for Plastic Man, even if he liked it.
Yeah.
So he couldn't take it. So people are speculating it's because he might already have
Yeah,
It's
something-
already in
something
development. Right.
Because he
planned
said
out
he's so
for.
OP. I'm like, yeah, he's OP, but the thing is, he's technically he's a street villain that is kind of an anti-hero, but he's still a criminal at times. Like
he was part of the Justice League.
he was a part of the Justice League because Batman don't trust his ass.
Well, Batman don't trust anybody.
No, but he definitely don't trust him because he could shapeshift into anything. He could fucking be a fucking cell phone on the table, bro.
And then they had that panel in one of the cons with the Flash cast, and they talked about bringing him in. What would he like to play? And he was like, of course, the Flash. And then this guy would forget the guy's name. Was like, oh, Reverse Flash. And I was like, that would be interesting if they bring him in somehow, because like they had the chance to put him in there, in the last Flash movie. What's in the last Flash movie?
Flash.
Oh yeah, the Flash movie. It was just the Flash movie. I for some reason I thought it was a sequel. No, but yeah. So you know how they did that multi-world thing, and for some reason they didn't show. And I was like, that was such a good chance to put him in there.
Yeah.
And then now people are like, oh, Gunn might bring him in, even for a bit part, which would be interesting to see Grant Gustin don the Flash costume, even for a side project of James Gunn's.
Okay, what's the name of the demon character?
Edrigate the Demon.
Edrigate.
I love that guy. Those are the deep cuts that I love.
Dude.
And the thing is, Gunn is that type of person
To bring them out.
to bring obscure characters into the light and have people love them. I mean, you look at Guardians of the Galaxy. That was an obscure.
Oh, the fact that you
was
say-
an obscure group of.
Yeah,
of
the fact that you say Guardians of the Galaxy, you know what? James Gunn needs to do Plastic Man, Etrigan, and Swamp Thing.
Swamp Thing.
What?
People want Swamp Thing too.
I want Swamp
Okay,
Thing so
so
bad.
People
man.
want Swamp Thing.
Just to throw this in here, I'm hitting the Reddits right now. Okay, and this is one that I never. Quisp, QWSP,
Quisp?
an ally of Aquaman turned villain, and he looks like Peter Pan.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yep.
And he has
Joe, look.
cartoony eyes.
Yeah, he's got it. on
Yeah,
his
he got
phone.
cartoony eyes.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Oh, he a
Wait,
twink.
listen to it.
He-
So that's why people are speculating.
Oh, damn.
Quisp. Oh, I don't know how you pronounce it. I'm just gonna say Quisp.
Yeah, because the pronunciation is QUISP.
Yeah. He's
Quisp.
an imp like Mr. Ms. Mystic, but not quite as powerful as Ms. But someone they realistically could not hold in Belle Reve, trying to keep the 5D prisoner in a 3D prison.
Yeah.
So he's a fifth dimensional being.
He's
right.
he's basically like one of the members of Mr. Piddleclick's land or dimension.
Right.
Yeah, fifth dimensional imps. Yeah.
Fuck man.
So it's essentially to figure out who that neon twink that he's talking about. People are stuck on it. People kept saying it's phosphorus, but
No, it's not.
if you've seen
But
Creature Commandos,
but he's part of. They
It's
have
not.
their own wing because they're the creature version of the Suicide Squad. With
yeah,
the submission.
that's what I'm saying.
So they're gonna protect them.
Even in Creature Commandos, they show they have their own wing, where they're all together. So
he's
so
non-biological or something.
so it's interesting to figure out who it is. He already came out and said it's not phosphorus,
Yeah.
straight up. So we know it's not that.
So the Earth X thing. Okay. So Earth X. What I would like to see, or what I'm interested to see, is if they elaborate on the history of Earth X, and because spoilers for whoever hasn't seen it, Homegirl was running and there was like Keith, which is the brother, not me, okay, which is
Keith is DC canon.
Yeah, I am DC canon. Y'all didn't know I cross universes. So he gets.
You came here. What the fuck?
I know. Of all places, why did I come here? That he gets out the truck and either he says it or somebody else in the community says it. Says one got out when they're chasing the girl. And
Shit.
so that tells me that it like they have
camps.
They have camps. So instead of the internment camps for the Japanese, they have the internment camps for everybody else.
That's
Yeah, it was so funny, dude, because he was like, "It's a black."
Yeah.
I was like, "What?" One got out. One got out.
Yeah. So and the fact that they didn't try to kill her right away, because anyone running out of their house probably would have had a gun, to shoot. They actually chased her. Mm-hmm. So that's gonna be. I want to see. The conundrum is gonna be that he's gonna be.
Forced to make a choice.
He's gonna be forced to make a choice, and he can't reveal the fact that he killed the other peacemaker. He's probably gonna pretend like he sacrificed himself, and then goes back.
But no, that's the problem, though. The father already knows.
The father knows now.
Because of the fat guy.
Yeah.
He told him everything. He killed him, and he just.
Listen, I just want to see titties again.
Yeah. Well, that's any day.
No,
Right?
no. The character titties.
Yeah.
All those remarks I made about her camel toe. She could hear me.
Yeah.
That killed me.
She's gonna be at Comic-Con.
That killed me.
Yo.
The bunny girl's gonna be
I
at
got
Comic-Con.
bird blindness. It's an actual thing. Don't laugh.
Okay, so let's get off of
A duck attacked me. I love him. I love him.
So
Since Saturday Night Live, I love him.
using that to get off the Earth X thing.
Tim Meadows, man.
Okay, Tim Meadows. Okay, they're saying that there's other rumors. There's rampant rumors about everything that he's Martian Manhunter because he doesn't understand Earth concepts.
And that's the whole thing with bird blindness. That's why he doesn't understand it.
Right, because
so it's just Martian Manhunter disguise.
Right, because he doesn't know what a fucking eagle or a bird or a duck or whatever. He just looks at a flying animal.
Yeah, it's the bird.
Yeah,
the bird from. But I mean that's interesting. But then he also took Peacemaker's side in that nod. Remember he talked about how if he respects you, he nods.
Yeah.
And then when this guy put like a Peacemaker to the system so they don't kill him, so that he's not killed or disappeared, and he walks by him and he was like, "Oh yeah, you did right." And he nods like he gave that group a nod. Yeah, saying that I'm a dick but I'm doing my job and what you did was right and what they're doing is wrong. And he gave him that nod, like he acknowledged that you did right. So like you could tell that he's a good guy.
That's good. That's good.
And then to be with Martian Manhunter would make sense.
It would make sense. It would definitely make sense because
make sense.
But
good guy. He's like, you did right. We're not supposed to do this. We're not supposed to.
It could secretly be a Martian, though not necessarily a Martian Manhunter himself. Theory originated on Reddit, of course.
That's where you get all my
because
all my speculations from.
Because Martian Manhunter, if I remember correctly, he is the last of his race, and there was another alien species that pretty much
took over the planet,
and was that genocided the other one. So who knows, right? I just want to see more of that Earth X world and see how he's gonna justify, his finding the love that he wanted in that world, and then his whole thing is that I love peace. I love peace so much that I don't care who I have to kill to get it. That's how much he loves peace.
Shit. That's gonna be
where he's gonna have to conundrum. Fight. Where he's gonna have to fight the brother he loves that he misses, and the father.
Kill him again. Kill his father again.
The top trio, yeah.
The top trio.
But the crazy part is, it's always in the intro of the series where you see the people with the most importance.
Yeah.
Right. So.
Because part of the dance sequence, they were. The brother, the other Harcourt, and the father were dancing on their own. So that signifies that they were part of a different group. And the whole hand movements kind of it was showing the symbolism of whatever.
Yeah, how messed up would it be if one of those aliens is that dude from the other dimension?
That guy with the cat.
Yeah.
I was actually funny enough that I was looking it up. As we're talking about, because when Lex had that alien in his pocket of dimension, remember? So they don't look alike, but I like how when Rick mentioned it to Lex you saw Lex's face, like he was like, "Oh, there's a way to open a pocket dimension without having to cause the rift."
Yeah, because he didn't have the rift, right?
Remember, he's like, "Oh, there's another way to open a pocket dimension." Which is interesting.
I've got something I just remembered. And these are all things that I hear clips of here and there. They're talking about that the doorway that Peacemaker uses, right, to get into that dimension was a boombox.
A miniature boombox.
A miniature boombox. And that the reason why all the helmets are there, because they didn't make them.
Yeah.
Right? That they're Orion's helmets from, you're talking about from the Dark Side and from
Omega Planet.
Yeah,
that makes sense. I mean, it makes sense because the device is an alien device.
Yeah.
So remember, the dying alien gave it to him or whatever. Almost like
they took it.
Yeah, it almost feels like
So the alien stole it.
Stolen
And
property.
The alien stole it, and they took it from the dead alien.
Yeah, but it almost plays out like the Green Lantern joint where the alien is dying and gives the ring to not to this guy, not to him, to John, right?
It's
Who gets the ring?
It's Guy Gardner.
Guy Gardner gets it.
No, Guy Gardner, but the alien. No, Hal.
Hal Jordan.
Hal Jordan.
Hal Jordan is the one that Alban Sor gave.
Yeah,
it to.
the alien. Yeah, the
Alban Sor.
It kind of plays
The
off
same
that way,
way.
the same way. Whereas the dying alien, then because
Like, here's a portal.
the father kills him, and then
And
they're like, oh, and then he goes like, oh, and he grabbed it. And then that's how you figure out that's how the father had the pocket dimension.
Yeah.
So that means the father
Orion is the son of Darkseid, but his role is as a hero and a warrior versus what Darkseid wants. That wants to take over Apocalypse and so on.
So that
that was the name of the planet, Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Now Omega.
Yeah.
that's how. But his father took credit for creating all those helmets.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, my father made these. So it turns out that most likely his father didn't make the helmets.
Right.
Because they were there in that pocket dimension. And his father found them.
So far you've only seen the two dimensions, and that quantum space is unlimited.
It's unlimited.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
it's definitely that's what you see him running. He said it himself. Sometimes he goes in there and lets eagerly fly around freely because there's so much space.
Right.
Yeah, when it's cold specifically.
Right.
Yeah.
So
And him and his brother used to play in it.
Right.
Yeah.
When they were kids.
So this it's unlimited space, and then as of right now, other than the alien that keeps burning that weird cat-looking thing, we don't know if anyone else understands how to enter that dimension.
That guy's a dick.
Yeah.
Well, we know that there's other ways. So I think again that alien is able to go in and out when it feels like it.
Right. But no one else has, as of right now, from the series, no one else has access to that dimension or understands how to enter that dimension.
Except for that original alien that went and gave the box.
Right.
Which
and the thing with Peacemaker, the Earth X Peacemaker, they don't go into that dimension. The original Peacemaker came in through the other side because it had a security keypad on the inside.
On the inside, yep.
To them, it's only a closet.
Oh no! What happened was
the Earth X one is the other side. He didn't have an entry to the gateway.
But then that would say that the helmets are made. So the
keypad was on the inside where original Chris Smith Peacemaker went to the other side.
All right, no, it was. You're right. So that implies that the father did make the helmets. That would imply that Dad made the helmets, because if they didn't have the pocket dimension on that side, but he had the helmet.
Well, the Earth X one made the helmet.
That's what I'm saying. The Earth X one made the helmet.
Made the helmets for that world.
That's what I'm saying. So it implies his father did make the helmets, at least in one version.
Right.
Because if they didn't have the pocket dimension, then those helmets weren't found.
So basically, he stole the dimension.
Or he just stole the helmets because he wandered around on the inside himself.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if they didn't have the pocket dimension to begin with, there was no way to get those helmets.
No, I'm talking about.
Oh, this version. I'm saying already. This version, the father went in there, told him that he made the helmets, but obviously he took the helmets.
Earth A. I'm just gonna say Earth A instead of Earth X. Right, A and X. Right. So the A father, asshole. Also A for Aryan. All right. Just pillaged the technology from what he found in the dimension.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
that's what I'm saying. That he never made the helmets. That he found them in the dimension, and then he just told them, "Yeah, I made the helmets," and I'm, I put it here.
The X father actually developed the tech.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said if they didn't have the pocket dimension, then it's safe to say that version did make the helmets.
Yeah.
Yes.
If that version made the helmets, and those helmets are it can't be that version, because that means there's another version out there. It could be that, or those helmets are from a version of Peacemaker who made the helmets and put them there, and then he just stole that technology. Because those helmets are there, and it's funny that those helmets look exactly like the ones from Earth X.
They look like the ones from XS, but they're not. Okay, so
you know what I mean? It's
just from production design. Even when he's wearing it in Earth X and he's riding the motorcycle, it's more contoured. right? It's not. There's a subtlety to the difference of them, right? Just like the way his the eagle is facing the dove on his shirt is facing up versus down, right?
Yes.
So the Ryan thing plays where it's a boom box to get into the dimension because it explodes once you open the door, right? So anything that's in that pocket dimension was not made by anyone on any of the Earths. Well, number one, that's what I'm thinking. Number two is that there's in that infinite everything that's in there, someone else put the keypad on the inside because they didn't want anyone crossing over.
Well, at least from that dimension.
Right. But the fact that it was the same security code.
Yeah.
Tells me that the Aryan asshole father
was the one who did it.
Was the one who did it?
But I mean,
who did it because
sense.
he didn't want for whatever reason.
He didn't want them to cross the paths.
But the thing is the alien will throw me off. Then the alien with the cat being there, that means there are other dimensions that have access to that pocket dimension,
to that space.
Yeah, because there's another alien. And the fact that it's infinite, and he ran, and the door he ran to and put the keypad in, the key code was that Earth. That means that other Earth dimensions there.
No.
There's doorways to just that maybe that one was the most dangerous because of what Earth X is. But why would the father put the? I mean, if the let's say like you said, Aryan asshole father, why would he put that keypad there to disallow people from coming from that dimension here? To him, that would be his perfect. That would be his perfect.
That would be his perfect world
as well. The father's perfect world as well.
It would be his perfect world,
because everybody's
But then he would
say as racist as him.
He would also have to take over that world and replace himself.
Exactly.
He would have to find a way to
unless he went there secretly to see his dead son, and maybe he timed it so he knows when he's not there in that Earth. At home, so that he could show up and spend time with his son.
To do the same thing that Peacemaker is doing to see his
his dead son. And I mean, that's the only logical thing. Logical thing would be
when you look at Peacemaker series thus far, it's all about his PTSD at home for killing his brother.
Him wanting to be recognized for the hero that he believes he is.
He is. But also his brother plays that part of it.
That brother is the biggest part, though. Like, especially the love from the father and the fact that his brother's alive.
Remember, he's still holding on to that guilt that he killed his brother.
Right.
Even though it was an accident, he still I killed my brother. And that's what he holds on to, and that's why he feels the way he does. And so going to a dimension where his brother's alive, he could spend time with his brother.
Kills himself. He's like, you didn't see the look in his eyes, man. You didn't see the look in his eyes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's so funny. I think his father probably put the keypad so he could go visit his son whenever he wants, and he probably had at times knowing when his other self is not home for him to show up and spend time with his son. And then he put that keypad out there to protect, so he could punch it in and go. Because that's how he gets into the pocket dimension. Remember, without punching in that keypad, you open the door to a regular closet. Yeah. You put the code in the keypad, it opens the dimensional door to get into that dimensional pocket. So he figured a way to put a code so that it opens the dimensional pocket. And then the other way around, he put that code so that he could pop in the code. And when he opens that door, it's that dimension where Keith is still alive.
Yeah, and the same thing with Vigilante, where like his keys worked in the other Earths. Same basement.
Fucking funny. You have to watch that episode.
I have to watch that episode.
Because the Vigilante meeting himself is probably the funniest thing
ever. But
he does mention what's the group he's in. He's in that something for liberty or something like that, where he's in
Sons of Liberty.
Yeah, he's in that group against the Nazis. He's in a secret.
He's in a secret organization going against the man.
Yeah. Yep. So you have that as well.
Oh my god.
So now you go in there, and now there's a group of rebels. That's the word I wanted to look for, that are actually getting together to try to stop what's going on in the country.
Right.
The resistance.
Yeah, the resistance. So it turns out the Vigilante is part of the resistance.
Wow.
Vigilante meets himself. They start talking. They have every single thing in common. Everything.
Everything's exactly the same.
Everything's the same. But once it gets to Peacemaker, that's where it differs.
So you know what that means? In Marvel lore, he's an anchor being.
He would be the anchor.
He would be the anchor being.
They're all anchors.
Because they go, oh, who's your best friend? He goes, Peacemaker. And he goes, that asshole.
That asshole, yeah.
Yeah, and that's when he mentions, oh, whatever, I'm in Sons of Liberty, we're trying to stop them. And she was like, what? He goes, no, he's a good guy, whatever. Like, he kind of doesn't get.
He doesn't understand that he's talking about a different Peacemaker from a different world.
The infinite unfolding of,
he's retarded.
I would say he's
got the touch of the sizzle.
He's a Tylenol American. Yeah. So at that point,
only PM.
He's the aspirin.
No, I think extra strength.
Extra strength for his ass.
He's the aspirin American. He's the
aspirin American.
But yeah, I mean he's the exact same thing. This keys work. He walks in and his father's alive. He mentions, he goes, oh, my dad's alive. Oh, he starts laughing.
Right.
Rice Krispies is spelled differently. Oh, I'm going to keep this. The cereal, whatever it was.
Cheerios.
Cheerios.
Oh, the Cheerios is spelled differently?
Yeah, it's Cheerios.
Oh, so he's having a Mandela effect while walking in.
Yeah.
He's like,
I'm keeping this, because he wants to keep the cereal. And he goes, and he goes straight to his basement, puts the keys to his, do not enter door. And it opens up and he goes, the same keys. Yeah. And he walks in and he sees himself working on something. And that's when they meet each other. And then his other self sees him and goes, who are you? And he goes, oh, I'm you from a different dimension. And he goes, cool, hey! How they are. So he's still same personality and everything.
I gotta watch it.
One
thing that differs is
Peacemaker.
They mention a couple little subtleties, but it's like his glasses are different and something else. But it just the unfolding universe is what's so interesting to me. And if we wrap this, we're gonna actually watch this. I don't remember, those episodes are a half hour each.
Oh, something like that.
Yeah, we gotta. I mean, we went a little over because of the technical difficulties with the toy cam, and which I gotta figure out. Maybe there's an option. I'll look into it or whatever. If anything, then I gotta figure out something. I really wanted to have an episode where we show our faces, but
yeah, we'll work on that.
It's a work in progress.
Yes.
Or you could always hit up our GoFundMe. No, I'm just kidding. We don't have one. But yeah, dude. That's you got to watch the episode, man.
Yeah,
that's
I
so
know.
Interesting.
I know.
It's so good.
Oh man.
Hey, pause that so that you can watch it there. So, we got into that. So we got into everything we wanted to get into today that we talked about.
Oh, what we didn't do is the Comic-Con plans.
Oh, we could do that. That would be a quick 10-minute thing.
So, New York Comic Con, the big ass bully that they are, I talked about it before. They didn't announce any. The last recording that we had was so long ago. I'm gonna recap. We bought the tickets before there were any celebrity announcements, right? So now the celebrity announcements, I know who I'm getting. Originally, I was gonna get RoboCop, Peter Weller and whatever the lady's cop's name was. They canceled. So now I'm getting Carl Urban on Thursday, and then we got Morpheus. Lawrence Fishburne is going to be there. And Joey Pants and a whole bunch of other people. I know we're getting Simon Pegg.
That's the first thing I'm gonna get is Simon Pegg. I need to get Simon Pegg.
There's so much of the
Bryce Dallas Howard, because I gotta see the absolute. I'm sorry, man,
see
dump truck. I'm into redheads, and she is.
You gotta see that
ridiculous.
Dump truck in person.
Yeah, I gotta see it in person. I'm not gonna tell her that. Obviously, I'm gonna be nice.
I am.
I'm gonna be nice, but I'm definitely gonna be paying for the autograph and the selfie,
right?
Because I'm definitely want to get a picture.
Sneak a feel.
Oh no! Listen, with that, all you have to do,
like this. No. When I say sneak a feel, I'm talking about shoulder to shoulder.
See, it's a throwback to the movie Hitch with Will Smith. He's like, okay, when you place the hand on the back, this is friend, this is perv. You want to be somewhere in the middle.
So
you put your hand right at the small of her back, and you take your picture. I mean, I'll do the same thing. I was like, just to be that close.
I mean, but I never do that.
Yeah.
You know that I always keep my arm. I sit at home. I take my arm. I put it behind my back, so they're next to me. So it looks like I have my arm on them, but I never do that. I mean, it's just me though. Like every picture I have with a female, you always see my arm.
Yeah.
It's just me. But, jeez, man. I mean, I told the pick ranger that I had a crush on her. So I mean,
Amy Joe Johnson, baby.
so and she was like, "Oh, here's my business card," and I messed around, took pictures of it. Like, look, she gave me her business card. Really, all it was is that she was promoting her movie, and the business card had her movie promotion. But of course, I didn't show that part. I was like, "She gave me her business card." Hey, but I was like, I wouldn't be privy to saying, "Hey," you know. I was like, "You're, you're the redheads for me," to her. But I'm definitely going.
So the thing with conventions, like, and real quick because we're gonna hash this out after Comic-Con, the next episode. But usually people go to conventions to promote the projects that they have coming up.
Yep.
Right. That's the main reason why a lot of the celebrities do it. The other regulars are like, that's just part of their routine now. That's like the way they get their money. What has me thinking is, and for us to hash out in the weeks to come, because something's going to be revealed, I am almost certain it has to be with a tie-in to Doomsday.
It has to be.
Because you have all the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. people. You have some
of them. Go to San Diego.
You know,
they didn't go to San Diego. You're right. And then we have a lot of Marvel, of people, of actors that are in Marvel.
Marvel
coming
to Simu Liu from the Ten Rings.
I got the other redhead.
You know,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Karen Gillian.
Gillian.
That's another one I might have to get.
You know, there's
Carl Auburn.
James McAvoy's gonna be there. You got Clark Gregg. Coulson might be coming back, making an appearance.
Well, they're talking that they're gonna make they're finally gonna make Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. canon.
Yeah,
they're talking about they finally gonna make it canon. Ann Wall's gonna be there. Charlie Cox is gonna be there. That's all from Daredevil.
That so they might be doing something with Inhumans because they played into that in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So who knows? So
they're in the voice actors for X-Men 97 is gonna be there. So they have a lot of Marvel. Christian Ritter is gonna be there. Jessica Jones. So you have a lot of people from Marvel that are coming to New York Comic Con, and it's next year, but it's close to Brand New Day and Doomsday and all that stuff. So
as you say that, I'm thinking about the current stuff to purchase for a flip. And something came out that's hard to come by right now. It went up today, and the site glitched to the point where you can't even order it no more.
Michael Chiklis is going to be there.
Red Hood.
Oh, Red Hood? Oh, it's...
For Mezco. So that's going to be something that we're going to try to get two of. And whatchamacallit, I don't know what NECA's going to do. NECA's been kind of cloak and dagger with their figure announcement for NYCC. Last year they had Kevin Eastman as an exclusive figure. Don't know what they're gonna have now. Is probably gonna be that Choo Choo Train Shredder. The train conductor shredder that they just put out yesterday.
Yeah, She-Hulk.
And basically, I'm gonna try to I'm gonna be a little more tamed this year than I was last year.
D'Onofrio.
And maybe I'll get in a couple of signings and a cup of filler too.
Do you know what Hot Toys might be coming out with as an exclusive?
Oh, dude.
Did they reveal it?
Oh, bro. There's no Hot Toys exclusives for New York. All the exclusives is overseas stuff, and you have to log in. So they had the Brown Suit Wolverine, which I locked in. I locked in Brown Suit Wolverine. They had today the Artisan Edition.
Of all the things that you told me about, that one almost got me.
Oh.
John Byrne.
Brown Suit Wolverine? Well,
almost. I'm telling you, almost got me.
And I also have I just locked in Artisan Edition, which is like the rooted hair version of Harley Quinn for yesterday, and today was John Wick from John Wick 1.
Oh, so Hot Toys won't have anything exclusive at all?
Anything in the con? No. Everything's through Sideshow, so I get all my stuff through Sideshow.
No, I'm saying because I told Zach our little
plans
that we were going to try.
That's
to do.
why I said our plans is going to be for Red Hood. That's going to be our plan.
Red Hood.
That is for Red Hood, definitely.
Because I told him about it, and he was like, "Oh, you guys don't have to do that. I'm not really looking for funding at the moment because I'm still in the draft stage of the scripts." I go, "Yeah, but it's good to have, or if we make anything out of it, we could surprise him."
Yeah.
And he's gonna hear this, so there's gonna be no surprise now.
Well,
with like equipment and stuff.
Well, listen,
like you said,
we have you in mind,
right
Zach. We have you in mind, Zach. This is we're
you're doing this for us.
We're doing this for us. We want to do something for you. That's it. That's it. We paying it forward. That's basically it. But that's something I'm looking out for to see if there's any other exclusives to get and possibly flip. But as far as like collecting wise for Hot Toys, bro, Terminator 2 Endoskeleton came out yesterday. I locked one in, and I made sure to lock one in. But there's so much stuff coming out. A lot of releases. Doctor Doom release from the comic book line. Venom release from the comic book line. There's so many. But at the end of the day, guys, we know what we're planning to do. But most of the time, towards the end of the week, we're going to be with family. And at the end of the day, we are a family. So, guys, get your smokes. Get your lighters out. Get a drink. Get a buddy if you want. If not, and your television's your buddy, pop on a good movie, throw on a good redhead, and have yourself a blast.
Hey, man, after Comic-Con, we could get into the scary, because it is October.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's horror season.
After Con, right after Con, we're going straight into horror. I'm probably going to list 3 black and white movies that we should watch.
And the only reason I say this is because that's like Robert Englund stated that if they do an animated version of Nightmare on Elm Street, he's into doing the voice of Freddy Krueger.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, I'm so into that. But guys, this is it for Cigars and Ash. I am one of 3, and you can't do a show without me. It's Loco Lou.
Keith Stash.
Potato Joe, damn it. It's just Joe.
You gave your name.
I didn't eat potatoes. I ate tacos today. All right.
Guys, we are signing off. Catch you later. Peace.